In the heart of Mansfield, Arkansas, a track and field legacy was forged under the watchful guidance of Coach John Mackey. Today, we celebrate a journey marked by perseverance, dedication, and an unparalleled passion for nurturing young athletes. Over 38 remarkable years, Coach Mackey's whistle echoed across the state, leading the Mansfield Lady Tiger track and field and cross-country teams to an astounding 14 state championships and 25 conference titles in 25 seasons. Join us now as we talk with Coach Mackey about his induction into the Arkansas Track and Field Hall of Fame.
Hello, I'm Coach John Mackey from Mansfield, Arkansas. I'm probably best known as the head coach of the Mansfield Lady Tiger track and field program and cross-country program. I was blessed to work at Corning, Arkansas for my first 3 years, and then doubly blessed to work at Mansfield for 35 consecutive years at their high school. I feel like I was destined to be a coach. I grew up with a very athletic family. My big brother Jim, he was probably my hero growing up. He was a three-sport athlete at Ava High School. I remember when I was about 10 years old, getting to go watch him and play in the quarterfinals of the state basketball tournament. My next brother Ray, he's probably the smartest person I knew growing up. He was the first in our family to go to college. He was an all-state running back for the Ava Bear football team. In fact, he still holds a Ava High School record for the most carries in a football game, about 43 carries. My sister, who is 2 years older than I am, she was also very athletic. She was a two-sport athlete at Ouachita Baptist University and played volleyball and tennis. So growing up with them, I think it kind of led me to sports. My parents, Lola Lundy and Bud Lundy, they weren't athletes, but they gave me the ingredients that I needed, and that was the love and kindness and care, and they did supportive things throughout my career. They always say that coaches impact lives. Well, I had three really good ones. H.B. Stewart, Charles Jeep Sadler, and Jerry Eford were my mentors, and they continued, they took care of me, and they made me want to be a coach. I took over the Mansfield Lady Tiger track program in 1999. It was that same year that I went to my first track clinic, the ATCA track clinic. From that moment on, I think I learned more in 2 days at that track clinic than I had my entire college career and the first 10 years or so of coaching. The seasons after that, I got to where I admired several coaches across the state. Carl Kuntz, definitely one of them. Tom McMurray from Alma was one. Keith Wilsey's one of my buddies down at Acorn. Maurice Sanders, we used to take kids down to Maurice pole vault camp. Gail Hanley, one of our Mansfield alumni and from Waldron. Rick Gage, he gave me so much insight. Drew Yoakum, I call them the dons of track and field, but Carnahan, Pierce, Phillips, all those guys, they didn't know it. Most of them didn't know it, but I admired them. I watched them from afar. They gave me guidance without knowing it. They gave me advice. They gave me strategy. So I appreciate those guys. Mansfield had some great athletes over the years, especially on the girls' side. I was smart enough as a coach to get the best athletes on the track. I remember when it first kind of started, Crystal Kemp, Whitney Black, Kayla Weldon, Lacey Fry, those girls were outstanding. There wasn't many of them, but we put together a pretty good team, and even with 4, 5, 6 players, we were still pretty formidable. They were really the reason that Mansfield put in a new facility. We ran on the road. We ran around the old football field by Highway 71. We didn't have a place. We didn't know what an oval was until we got to a track. But those girls got close, and our community came back and said, you know what, we need a track and field. Jessica Otto was the 2010 state heptathlon champion. I'm telling you, it was her and her classmates. They really changed the trajectory of my coaching career. With players like Jessica Otto, Clara Ellenberg, Cheyenne Durr, Sarah Mathis, the Weldon twins, Jessica and Emily, those girls were outstanding. They were loaded with talent. They actually went on a 4-year winning streak. They were undefeated in indoor and outdoor for 4 years running. I remember somewhere around 2009, they were 2010 graduates, but somewhere around 2009, we went to the all-comers meet up in Fayetteville at the U of A, the indoor track there. And as we walked in, it was funny. Our little old school walks in the building in Fayetteville. At the time, they were one of the biggest schools in the state. They were warming up. And I remember walking by it, and one of the Fayetteville girls said, "Oh, great, Mansfield's here." And I knew we were on the map then. Whatever caliber coach I was or became, I give credit to my wife. My wife is outstanding. She's a godly person. She made me a better person, number one, a better coach, number two. She taught me to care about the players, not the plays. And once I started learning that, I think God led me down the path to the finish line to where we actually became a program. I appreciate that, and I want her to know that I love her. And the biggest prize out of 38 years of coaching, people think the rings, the trophies, all that matters. But my biggest prize came from my wife, because she gave me my daughter Jamie and my grandson Noah, and those two are precious to me. I wanted to thank my assistant coaches over the years. I had many. I want to thank Kenny Holcomb, Sam Slott, Kenny Holland. They're the ones that helped me get it started, and they're the ones that helped spearhead those early state championships. Bill Fry, Jim Reynolds, Josh Bryan, Kaylee Piles, Dustin Payne, Joshua Brown, Ethan Bowman, Susan Martin. Also wanted to congratulate my 2024 Hall of Fame classmates. I'm honored, I'm humbled to be around your greatness, and I look forward to hearing your stories. Finally, I want to thank the Arkansas Track and Field Hall of Fame Committee. It's a privilege, it's an honor just to be mentioned in the same breath as the people in this room and the people in this organization, people that truly care about track and field. So thank you, and God bless.